Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Alex Builds. Today we're going to be doing the next 3 stages of Build Your Own Fast and the Furious Nissan Skyline GTR. Okay, so we do have the next 3 stages in. Stages 3, 4 and 5 is what we're going to be doing today. A lot of you are going to be probably finishing this build at the minute. They're just coming up to the end, but I'm just starting it. So yeah, hopefully by the time I get to where you are, there's a lot of parts that have been needing to be replaced at the moment. So hopefully they already replaced in the packs by the time I get there. And yeah, I don't have to start taking parts off and replace them, but we'll deal with that when we get there. So yeah, without further ado, let me show you what parts we get and what we're doing. Okay, so these are the parts that we get for stage 3. Nice hood. So this is the magazine. Let's see. If you want to know anything about Fast and Furious, it's in here. So go at the back. I don't believe there's too much to do in this stage. So as you can see, stage 3 is the hood. These are the parts we get. We need some sprue cutters for this issue. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be cutting these two off of here. These are the water nozzles. We're going to be cutting them off and we're going to be installing them in these 2 holes here. And that is pretty much it. We do not use the other parts. That's a quick and easy stage to kick us off. Okay, so the parts are out of the packaging. As you can see, we have our die-cast metal hood for the sponsors down the side there. And we get our water nozzles and we get this part here. We do not use that part in this issue, so I'm going to put that to the side and we're going to work on these water nozzles. Basically, all we're going to do is we're going to take some sprue cutters and we're just going to snip them just at the bottom there. Just like that. So that's number 1. There's number 2. So now we can install these. We do have 2 holes just at the top here. So there's 1 hole there, 1 hole there. We can get these installed. Obviously these are directional. We do want these facing where the windshield would be. In place just there. And then we can put the other one in as well. I do have a build cushion as well that a partner made me to use, so I will be using that in the next stage just to protect this paint because we don't want to scratch all this off. So I will be using that in the next stage. So I've put that in. Let's go spin that round so it's facing the right way. And there we are. That is all there is to do in this stage. Stage 4, let's flick to the back of the magazine. So we are continuing with the front bumper and the hood. So again, there's your parts. So we're going to need the front bumper back for this. So we're going to be making like a front release valve here and attaching that to here. And that's going to be going inside here eventually. We're going to be putting some grills in the front bumper as well. And then we're going to be attaching the back of the hood just inside there like that. And that is what we should have by the end of this stage. Okay, so starting off in issue 4, we're going to need these 2 parts here. So we're going to be fitting the front release valve onto the larger front release valve base. So let's put this on here. We can push that on there just like that. So that is what you should have so far. Next we're going to take the front pressure release pipe and we're going to push that into the back of the release valve. So we're going to push that in there just like that. So that is that part all done. Now we need to bring over the bumper that we started making in the last one. This is our bumper where we left it off, and we're going to be adding some more grills to this. So we want the 2 of the smaller grills, and they're going to go just at the front here. So they're going to go in here and in here. So I'm just going to bring up a cushion just to protect this as I'm working on it. Okay, so we're going to fit the smaller grills first. So we're going to want one just to go in here and just to go in here. So these are just pushed on, I believe. So let's get these on. They should only go on one way. I don't know how difficult it is to get them in, but we will try. one side in. Now we just need to get the other side in. Just lower that one down. Line it up with a peg and push that in. This one don't want to go in, so I'm just going to use my screwdriver just to manipulate that in. There we go. That's that one in. Just going to double check this side. There we are. That's them grills in. Now we're going to want the larger of the grills. So these are screwed in. So one's going to go this side, just there. And the other one is going to go exactly the same on the opposite side. These are going to be held in with SM screws. It's nice to be back working on a Fast and the Furious module, because I did not finish the Dodge Charger. But yeah, I may bring that back in the future. Try to do that one again. I was enjoying that build. That was one of my favourite builds. Okay, that's that grill in, and we can put the second one in as well. So we could do exactly the same on this side, again with SM screws. Just like that. So that is the front grills on there. Now we're going to take the part we just assembled, which is this one here. I'm going to be plugging this in down on here. So this does want to go this way around. So I'm going to plug that in. Don't know how difficult this is going to be to get in. Actually, that weren't that bad. But yeah, that is our front bumper done for now, as you can see. So I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to bring back the hood. Okay, so we've got this part here, which is plastic. We are going to be inserting this part here. So it wants to go this way round, like that. So it's facing this way. So we're just going to push that on. There is a couple of pegs just to help us get that in the right place. This is plastic, so you don't really need to worry about this scratching. It's more for when I bring the hood back, which we're going to do now. So I'm going to bring that back. This is going to go here. I'm going to flip this over. This is going to lay down in there, just like that. And we're going to secure that together with AM screws. So here goes the first one. I'm going to put it in this corner here. The first one. I'm going to go opposite for this. Number 2. Number 3. Last screw of the pack now, or this bit anyway. And there we are. That is this stage all complete. Yeah, we do get the steering wheel as well in this issue, but we don't actually use that, but I'll show you it anyway. So that's the steering wheel, and that's the center of the steering wheel, which is going to go in at a later stage. We don't use this yet, so we can store that for later. Just like I did with the Batmobile when I did that, I am going to put the hood back in its packaging, because we did not use that Batmobile hood for a long time. So I'm going to store this in here until we need it. Final stage now, we're going to be doing stage 5. So I believe we're moving on from the front of the car. We are doing the engine block. So we're starting the engine block in stage 5. Get all these nice lovely parts here, a lot of screws. Yeah, so basically we're going to be adding some supports onto the side just here and here. Then we're going to basically be assembling the engine up the way, just like that, until we get something that looks a little like that towards the end. Then we're going to attach that part onto there and add our logo on as well. So it's pretty straightforward start to an engine. Okay, so to start assembling our engine block, we're going to basically take this part here. This is the right support. We're going to add that onto there. We're going to secure that onto there with 4 EM screws in the 4 holes that we've got. Both these parts are die-cast metal, so we are screwing into metal. So if you do want to use oil, you can. I am not using the oil. I'm going to add this in. Just going to swap screwdrivers because that screwdriver is not very good. That's better. Just going to get a second one in before I start tightening that up. I'm just going to go back and tighten that first screw up, and then 2 more screws to go in there. Last one now. There we are. That is in there, just like that. So basically we're going to do exactly the same with the opposite side now. So that one was the right side, now we're going to do the left side. So you want this one here, and we're going to want the smaller of the 2 support brackets now. So that one is going to go that side. Again, 4 AM screws. Again, if you want to apply oil to these, you can, because they are going into metal. I do find that the screws are a lot better now than what they were before, so they do go in. I haven't really had any problem with any screws for a long time. Pretty much since the beginning of the DeLorean build, I believe. But yeah, so I haven't really had to use the oil, and I quite find that the screws go in quite nicely. So put that one to the side. We're going to start assembling the cylinder head. Okay, so we are going to start assembling the cylinder head. We've got this red part here, which is plastic, and this part, which is metal. So you want to lie this down in here like that, and then you're going to want to secure that down with 2 AP screws, because we are screwing into plastic. So the holes we're going in is the 2 holes here, so this one here and this one here, just to make sure you don't get confused when you're screwing that down. So let's screw this in. The first one. Let's get the second one in. And there we are. Make sure that's nice and tight and it doesn't wobble. And there we are. Okay, now we're going to want to fit these 2 brackets in. Again, these are AM screws to secure these on. You want 2 in, 1 each side. The second one in. There we are. And we're going to do exactly the same with this one and secure that one in there. And there you are. That is that one on there as well. So yeah, now we need to secure this into our engine block. Okay, so we're going to take the right hand side first. We're going to take this one and we're going to lower this down onto here. We're going to want it that way around. So that's going to line up like that. I don't know if I've put these in the wrong way around. I don't know if it matters. So I believe it's supposed to probably lie in flush like that. So I'm just going to quickly turn them around the opposite way. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've turned them round. It's not very clear in the instructions which way around these go. But yeah, just going from experience, I'd say they go that way around. So we're now going to fit these. So let's take that, lower that down into place, and we're going to secure this down with, again, with 2 AM screws. Just get the first one in. That'll enable us to let go a little, and then we can get the second one in. And tighten this one up as well. Just like that. That's what you should have with the longer one on there. So now we're going to take our second part, we're going to lower that down and connect that together just like that. This time we're going to put 3 EM screws, one in each of these holes here, and that's going to secure them two together. Again, if you do want to apply a little bit of oil to the tips of these screws, feel free. Last one. And there we are. That is that done. So now we do have another metal part, and basically we're going to be adding this on there. So this is going to go down onto there, just like so. And then there's 1 EM screw just in this hole here to hold that in place. Let's get this one in. Sure that's all nice and tight, nothing's loose. This bottom one's just a touch loose. There we are. That's better. So that is that all on there. So the final thing that we need to do is just put our GTR logo on there, which if this is facing this way, our GTR logo is going to face that way. And there we are. That is all there is to do in this stage, and that is the pack finished. So there you are, guys. That is those 3 stages all complete. Really liking the way the engine's coming along on that. It's looking really, really cool. Different way we've done an engine. I've never done an engine that way before. We've assembled it like that. Normally we do the what they called the manifolds and screw them onto the engine block. But yeah, that's really, really cool. I'm sure we've still got quite a way to go with that engine, but yeah, it's looking really cool so far. So if you like this video, guys, please leave a like down below. And if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye bye.